Greetings everybody and welcome to our very first board game video. I'm Eddie
And I'm Sylvia.
and this is the music Meeples.
So for our very first video, we decided to do a top 50 list. Every year we make our own list, and this year we decided to share it with everyone to help new gamers to get into the hobby.
Yes, we are also starting out. Well, we've been playing for about
3 to
4 years. Yes. And so every year we've also done our small little list.
And every year it grew. It started with the top 10, then the top 20, and so on
and so this year we decided to share it with the interwebs and to also help new gamers because we also realized that more and more gamers, more and more friends of ours are asking about which games we play, which games we like, so that they can also buy their own games.
Yes, so let's get into it.
Already. Please don't judge us because we're also just starting out. We don't have a huge collection. But if you do judge us, you're an esoteric animal.
What is it? Okay, so the general rules.
The rules.
No.
Alright, what's the rules?
Okay, so the general rules we did for our list is it must be at least a game that we've played. We do not have to own the game, but we should have played
it.
Yes. That's it. That's all the rules.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So today we're only going to do from our number 50 to 41.
Okay, who starts? Okay, I'll tell you who starts. Ching Chong Cha.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, fine.
So you start.
How can I start? You won.
Yes.
So?
I'm choosing.
Whatever. Alright. So we're starting with me.
Yes.
And my number 50 is the first shock, I think. And it dropped from 2021. I had it as my number 11. And so it dropped 39 places. And it's The Crew.
Oh.
Quest for Planet 9. And I think you know why it dropped. It's at the time when we got the game, I actually said that we should get the game, and there was so much hype build up.
Yeah, you were very excited to get this game.
I was very excited to get this game because I generally love trick taking, and yeah, it's a trick taking cooperative game, and so we got the game, and it was a campaign kind of game. It had 50 missions, I think. The thing was, when we were done with the missions, the game was done, and every time if we take the game out to play with new players, we have to start from mission 1 again, and so the game has died off for me a bit. I don't actually know when we'll get the game to the table again. Actually, this game is very lucky to get the number 50 spot for me.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay, so my number 50
Yes.
is Forbidden Desert.
Forbidden Desert.
Forbidden Desert.
Does it drop?
Yes, it dropped from 28 to 50 this year. A lot of times when our games do drop, it's because we have new games. And the sad thing about gaming is your older games will sometimes drop off.
But what kind of a game is it?
Okay, so it's a co-op game, and I thought that I would love co-op games. And I do. However, it's very group dependent, and that's where this game for me fell, is because of the flaw that some co-ops have, that people can take over the whole gaming experience. So, and it's not the fault of the game, it's group dependent depending on the people you play with. So
it's a problem with a lot of co-op games.
Yeah.
That we have a lot of bossy friends.
Yeah.
I should also state that I think a lot of our games will be the same throughout this top 50.
Yes, yes.
I think.
Yeah, and
just different
numbers.
yeah. Because also top 50 or top 10 or whatever you may call it is also, it's the likes of that particular person. So I'm a different gamer than Sylvia is, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, but we do have a lot of similar tastes. So
Yes.
a lot of times our games
So
will
do with that what you
cross
want.
over. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 49, go on.
Wow, 49.
Yes.
My 49 may also surprise you. It's a game we quite recently played. It's a game we don't own.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game I quite thoroughly enjoy. And quite thoroughly, I have to say, enjoy with the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a game called
Oh, okay.
Hey, That's My Fish.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, my 49. Hey, That's My Fish. It's a grid movement game. It's quite an abstract game, and it's quite a cute game.
Yeah.
It's so simple. It's you move your penguin
and take the fish.
and take the fish,
Yeah.
and so you try and outmove each other, outmaneuver each other, and it's so simple that even our nephew and our niece can play with us quite effectively.
Yeah.
And I just love the game. It's so quick. It's a perfect filler actually for any game night. So yeah, that's my 49. That's my fish.
Hey.
Hey.
Again, my 49 might also shock you. It's also a game we do not own. And I would actually love to play this game again. When we first played it, we played it under the pretense that this is a war game, which is not the case. This is Scythe.
Oh,
So
okay.
Scythe is more engine building game, we learned, but I do like engine building games, and I think if you go into the game with that knowledge, then you won't expect to have conflict all the time. So I remember the game that the one drawback of the game is that you are so focused on your own engine that there's not really interaction between the players, and I think that's maybe one of the drawbacks for you in this game. Yeah. But I did enjoy building the engine, and that is one of the things I really like in games.
It's an engine builder. It's a heavy Euro game.
Yes. Yeah, and I would like to play it again. Actually.
Yeah, and it's a very beautiful game. It's gorgeous game. Yeah.
Yes. That's my 49.
No, that is quite a shock. Right. I think if the last two were shockers for you, I think this might be the biggest one.
What?
Yeah, so my 48 is a game that definitely dropped from my 2021 list, and it's very lucky to be here as well on this list, actually in the top 50, because it's a game that I recently did not have a very good experience with, but I liked the game overall. And my number 48 is Galaxy Trucker. It's a real-time dice rolling game, and so I think it's our only real-time game. Oh, yeah, I think we might have another real-time game, but anyway, it's where all the tiles lie around, and so you got a timer that you switch over or flip over, and you have to grab the tiles in front of you, trying to build your spaceship so that you can eventually get cargo, and that cargo counts for points. The thing is though, you roll dice depending on the cards that comes out, then you have to fly or battle space pirates, and then you have to fly through an asteroid field. Asteroids can hit you, and that is dependent on the dice that you throw, and I am horrible at dice. I am very horrible at dice.
Yeah, so much so that Galaxy Trucker did not make my top 50. Even though Eddie had so much bad luck in that game, it was even worse for me to see him experience that. And because of that, for me, it fell out of my top 50, even though I do enjoy the game very much. But that experience for me was just horrible. I would love to play it again. It's not a terrible game, but
Yeah,
it does have that
that drawback.
ruthless
The thing is,
to it.
also, we also played it one time with others, and the exact same thing happened.
To a new player.
To the new player, the poor guy, he had this beautiful ship, and it was the one bad roll after the one after the other, and his ship got destroyed. Mine, for instance, got destroyed. Even my my cabinet.
Yeah, you only had your cabin left, and then
and that was destroyed, and I still had 2 rolls to go. So that was terrible. But I would give the game one more try. It's not a bad game. It's not a bad. The idea is great. I think in the
Yeah, it
game.
should definitely not be taken seriously.
No,
definitely not.
don't do that.
Yeah.
You'll be disappointed. But yeah, that's my 48.
Okay, my 48's a crossover with you.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's also, let me just check, one of the games that fell the most from number 14 last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's The Crew.
Oh, okay.
More or less the same reasons. I think the reason it fell flat for us so fast is because we actually do enjoy trick-taking games.
Yeah, we do.
And Eddie grew up playing bridge. And we thought, especially because of that, people will get into the game easier, which was not the case. So this one, like Eddie said, it's group dependent. I do enjoy the game. I do like the concept very much, and I'm looking forward actually to play Mission Deep Sea.
My 47, right. Let's see throughout this top 50 if we can get a game exactly at the same number.
Okay.
All right.
You think this one is going to be it?
I think it might be it, yes.
Okay.
My number 47 is a game we also recently played a lot, and I think if it wasn't for this place that we had recently, we had a big group of people, that it wouldn't be this high, but it came in at 47, and that is Wavelength. Wavelength is a team-based party game, and perfect with big groups. So you split the groups into 2 teams, and then you draw cards and you give clues, and the other team has to decide based on the clue you've given whether
Where
on the spectrum, yeah, you would like the object or whatever was on the card. Basically the game.
Yeah,
but
the closer you are to the spectrum, the more points you get.
Yes, and it's one of those games. It's more an activity than a game. I think it's perfect for family gatherings. And
you can chat in between.
You can chat and a lot of laughter and
discussions.
About
how someone interprets something actually.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so for that reason, this game made my top 50, coming in at number 47.
Right, my number 47 is also a party game.
Oh, come on.
And it's team-based.
Oh, come on.
But it's Codenames.
Codenames?
Codenames,
wow.
Yes.
That is a shock.
Yeah, Codenames has always been a hit, especially in our family. It seems as if our game group and family do love these type of clue-giving games.
Yeah, the party games. Yeah,
they really do like them. So it is number 47 for me. It fell though. Last year or 2021, it was number 20. So it did fall down a little bit. We have some better games now, and games I prefer to play more.
Yep.
So again, it doesn't make it a bad game.
No, Codenames is an excellent what do you call it? Introduction game.
Yeah.
Because we had gamers that
never play games.
Sorry, not gamers, people that never play games ever.
Yeah, and they can just get into this, understand it quickly, and get excited about it.
Yeah, they're very excited. And usually, they're very keen to play this game. It's a perfect game to get out if there's people that's not necessarily
Yeah.
gamers.
A gathering or family
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
and it
It's
will
just
be.
we played this game a lot.
Yes, yes, it's
And
kind of
that for
fun.
me, that's why this game didn't make my top 50.
It didn't make it to
No,
50.
it didn't.
Wow, that's a shock.
So my 46 is a game that has it's not for everyone. As I've come to notice in certain groups that we've played in. I quite enjoy the game though. The game is called The Resistance Avalon.
Okay.
Yes, I really like the concept of this game. It's a hidden role team-based game, and so everybody gets their roles. You're either on the good side or you're on the bad side. It's the theme is the old King Arthur, you know, Merlin, and who's the bad guys?
Morgana.
Morgana, yeah. So you're either on the blue team or the red team, and then you have to go on missions, and the one with the most missions at the end of that, whether it's the good team or the bad team, wins the game. But it's this whole you kind of have to lie if you're the bad guys, and I think that's the main reason it's off-putting for most of the players we've played with.
Yeah, we've come to realize that people do not like to lie.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a game, they feel uncomfortable, and it gives away a lot of the game.
Yeah, even though it's you keep telling them it's just a game.
It's just a game.
But I quite like the concept, and we did have some great games with it. So yeah, The Resistance Avalon is my number 46.
Yeah, I actually do love this game a lot. It didn't make my top 50.
It didn't?
No, and it's not because I don't like this game. I love this type of games. I like deduction games. One of my first experiences with games when I was a child was deduction type games. I love that. But that brings me to my 46. Let me just make sure that I
No,
get
but you
it
did
correct.
do 46.
No, I did not.
Oh.
It's King Domino. So my 46 is King Domino. It is a tile drafting, tile placement game.
Where was it last year? What rank?
Last year it was 24.
Wow, quite a drop.
Quite a drop, but again, I do enjoy this game a lot. Actually, I think what made it drop this significantly is that I'm looking forward to maybe replace this game with Origins that came out.
Oh yeah.
So then again, we will give this game to someone else. But it's a very good game. We again used it as an entry level. People got onto it very fast. They enjoyed it, actually want to play again. And that's one of the signs of a good game. If directly after a game someone says, can we play again?
Yeah, can we play again?
So it's a really good game. I do enjoy this game a lot. That's King Domino.
That's a good pick.
Thank you.
My number 45 would be also quite a surprise for you. I think this one actually climbed for me, and so it broke into the top 50. Initially, I did not like the game, but as our game collection grew and we played more games, there's one mechanic I wasn't a fan of, but I slowly started to become a fan of.
I'm very curious.
And the mechanic is, I didn't like Euro games, but I'm getting into Euro games now. I like the collecting something to get something, to get something, to get points at the end of the day. And so this game, when initially I started out, so by the way, it's also a crossover. Yes. And the game is called Scythe. Yes. And so the thing that put me off from this game was that when we initially played this game, I had a different expectation of the game. I thought it was going to be an area control war game. And when we played the game, I think my brain couldn't make that switch No, this is a year ago.
Yeah, you waited for any moment. When are we fighting?
Yeah,
And that
exactly. And
just
it
never
didn't happen.
happened.
It was quite, yeah, it was a heavy euro. And
Mm.
yeah, the expansion that came out kind of fixed that and brought the conflict into the game more. But I think now, I would give this one another chance. I would really like to play this game again. And it could even climb higher for me.
Yeah.
I think after
Yeah, if we
another
get
play.
it to the table again.
Yeah, yeah. So my 45 is Scythe.
Oh, it's a good pick.
Thank you.
Okay, my number 45, I don't think you will expect this one.
Oh yeah.
We do not own this game, and it is called Oceans.
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful game.
it's a beautiful game.
Yep.
It's also kind of an engine builder. I think you are building your
Yeah.
ecosystem, and your ecosystem. What I do like about this game is that your ecosystem affects the other player's ecosystem, and vice versa.
Yep.
So it's a very fine balancing act, because the whole game through the ecosystem will change as your species evolve. So I do like that concept a lot. I actually do want to play this game again.
Yeah.
We've played it a while ago.
All right, my 44 is also a game that we don't own.
Okay.
Yep. But I quite enjoyed it. I'm I love area control, kind of take that player. And this game, I also love history.
Oh.
Yes. And so this game, I love to play Axis and Allies. But it's quite time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when me and my brothers would play this game, then we'd sit out like something like 2 days, and we'd keep the game set up and we'll play like that. But this game, I thought I'd give it a try because everybody said it was like a slimmed down version of Axis and Allies, and so my number 44 is Memoir 44.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I quite like Memoir 44. I like the simplicity, but I think the mechanic I like the most is the card playing. Um, so you're dealt cards, and then you decide at what moment to play the correct card to move the tanks or move the soldiers. I like that a lot. It's quite strategic as well. Yeah, it's not quite Axis and Allies, but yeah, if you want a quick, nice war game, area control game, I would recommend Memoir 44. It's quite a nice game. Yep.
That's a surprise.
Is it?
Yes. Well, my number 44 is one of the newer games, and I think you would not expect this one on my list. I quite enjoy this game. I played it on a whim, and I enjoyed it. It's a easy, silly little game. It's called My Shelfie.
Oh, you like?
I do like My Shelfie. What I like about it, it is very simple, but the restrictions it has when you take tiles makes it interesting, because when you do place these tiles into your shelf, you must place both of them in the same column. So that restricts you a little bit, or limits you a little bit, on just taking random tiles that you don't really need, because you immediately have to place them. And then with that being said, the game gives you requirements or patterns.
Yeah.
They give you a pattern that you can score points on. Yes. So if you also build your items on the shelf in that pattern, you get extra points. So you also have to think about where and what color or what item you should place first to get up to that pattern, because you are building up. And not only that, you're also trying to collect sets of the same type of item.
Yeah.
So that it has some level of strategy into it.
All while you're keeping an eye on what the other player is doing. So you don't want to free up a tile that
will benefit
the other player in the next round. So there's quite a lot of that thinking. Right, my number 43 is a set collection game, which I'm quite good at actually.
Oh.
Found out over the years. It's a little game called Sushi Go.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah.
cannot beat him at this.
Yeah. It's strange actually as you play more and more games, you realize not only what kind of games you like, heavy games, lighter games, whatever, but you also figure out
what you're good
what
at.
you're good at.
Yeah.
It might not necessarily be the games that you like that much.
Yeah.
So, and this is the case for me. The set collection I'm pretty good at, I think. So Sushi Go is a perfect take along game. It's about this big.
Yeah, it's a very small game.
It's a very small game.
Don't know where it is.
Yeah, where is Sushi Go? Here it is. Yeah, so it's about this big.
Yeah, very portable.
And comes in a tin can. And so, very portable game. We like to take this along with us wherever we go. If somebody would like to play, we usually take our Sushi Go as an option. But yeah, so you dealt a hand of cards and you pick a card and you pass it to the left or to the right, and so on you go and you build your little tableau in front of you. That would score you points at the end of the day. It's a very quick game, very fun, very easy to understand. Yeah, so that's my number 43, Sushi Go.
Yeah, and the art is very cute.
It's a very cute game.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
My number 43 is another co-op game.
Oh, okay.
Yes, also fell from number 13. It's Pandemic.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge drop.
That's a drop, but
yeah.
Again, it's because of the co-op problem that I have a lot of times. Players can take over the whole game and it just doesn't ruin the experience, but it does take away from the experience. However, this game is one of our first games. It's not the first game, but it's one of the first games we've purchased, and it got us deeper into the hobby. It showed us more about what gaming can be, and I know that this is the case for many people that got into the hobby. And Pandemic is the perfect game to start off. It's easy to understand. It's good to work with each other, especially when you are entering the hobby. And I think we are just at a point where we have more games now.
In that particular genre.
Yes, yeah. And I would rather then play another game. But if someone would ask me, let's play Pandemic, I would play it in an instant. So it's a good game. I have to say though,
I have to agree with you that I think, like you said, there's similar co-op games that might be higher on our lists.
No, but that's because for me and you.
Yeah, but if a new gamer would say, let's play a co-op game,
we'd pick Pandemic.
I would pick Pandemic because it's the perfect gateway game.
Yes, and it's super easy to get into. It's the only hard thing about this game is those epidemic cards. Those are harsh. Doesn't take away from the game at all, but it does bump up that difficulty. I like that you can put in less cards for new gamers.
Yeah.
Or if you are looking for a challenge, you can add in more cards, and it does make the game more tricky. Just as you think you've got those viruses sorted out, you get a card like that and it just throws the whole board over again.
Yeah.
So it's a really good game. It's
excellent game. Which brings me to my number 42.
Okay.
Which is also Pandemic.
What?
So we missed it by one.
Almost.
Yeah, it's like you said, all those stuff. It's the perfect gateway game.
Yeah.
I found there's about 3 games on my list that I'll try and remember if I get to them, if they're on my list. To tell you that I think this is the perfect gateway game. But Pandemic is one of those. It's a perfect gateway game. If you're starting out the hobby, the thing that puts most players off board games, most people off board games, is the fact that you're playing against each other.
Yes.
All right. Pandemic turns that on its head and says, right, you're playing as a team,
let's
work together to win the game. You either win together, everyone wins, or everyone loses. And I found that a lot of players that we've played with like that concept. Yeah, especially new people starting out gaming. Yeah.
If I can add on to that, I think that is its biggest advantage and disadvantage is the fact that for new players you can play with them, so you do not outsmart the other player, if I can say it like that, because you're playing together and winning together. So you can kind of guide players into these new, especially gamers who are not used to these type of board games. So you can guide them subtly and work together, but at the same time, when they pick up the game or when someone picks up the game, they can easily overtake that role. And that's where it now again goes to the disadvantage side. So it can have its biggest advantage is also one of the disadvantages, but an excellent game.
Excellent game. Yes. This game's also a drop for me. My 2021 rank for this game was 15th.
15? Yes. Oh, so last year yours were lower and mine are now lower than yours.
Yeah.
We switched.
42 for you.
Oh, my 42 is Clans of Caledonia.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah.
This is a shock, but I'm quite surprised it's this low.
Okay, so let me explain. This is an economic game. It's a great game. I would want to play it more though. We haven't played it that much, and that's why if I have to be fair towards all the games we've played, that's why it is this low.
Yeah, well then,
however, I love this game. It's an economic game. It's the exact thing that I love to do. Collect resources, trade those resources. I love the trading because the more you trade, the more the price of these goods change.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it.
That's a good mechanic. I really do like that mechanic. And then you also have to fulfill contracts. And the game ends so fast. 5 rounds and you're done. You think you're still building up your engine and then the game's over.
Yeah.
So you always feel at the end of this game you could have done more. And I love this in a game. I would love to play this more, and I'm sure if I do, it will go up higher on my list.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm surprised it's this low, really, because you love this kind of games. Yes. I also love the economic the ask, what do you call it, the
selling price and
the ask, the demand and the
the supply and demand.
The supply and demand.
That's the word.
That's the word. Anyway, where you buy something and it's more expensive to buy, the more you sell, the cheaper it gets to buy. I think that's also a great mechanic, and in the game it's a richly themed game.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Nice pick.
Thank you.
Right, my number 41 at the end of my first 10 is a crossover.
Okay.
Yes, we'll have a lot of crossovers. Yeah. You'll see.
We play together, that's why.
It's King Domino. King Domino is a great tile placement game, and I had it on 2021, so it also dropped for me. But it's a great filler game. It's one of those games you quickly take out and play. Perfect filler game, but for the same reasons you mentioned earlier, Origins came out and that just looks better. And so this game kind of died off for me as well. But for any new player, we'll take out King Domino. Actually, it was a couple of weeks back. We played with the kids.
Yes.
They loved it. Which is great about kids is that you can play all those other games you usually don't play. You can play with them again, and then you can, this made me realize it's a really good game actually. It's a perfect filler game, and there's quite a lot of strategic moves you can make with your tiles. So yeah, I like King Domino. I think I like Origins even more. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my 41.
That's a good pick.
Thank you.
My number 41 is also a crossover
Mm-hmm.
in a game that you are very good in.
Oh, which
It's Sushi Go.
one? Oh, nice.
Yes, for the same reasons. It's a great little game. It's portable. You can play it any time. 15 minutes and your game is over. A lot of times we'll even play another round of 3 because the game is so fast. Um, for me, I play it to challenge myself to try and beat this guy, yeah, but that's kind of
She can't
impossible.
beat me.
Yeah, I don't know. The card drafting or the hidden card drafting, he just knows exactly what I would want and he takes that card. I don't know how he does it, but he's very good in this game. I do enjoy this game a lot though. It's a cute game, it's easy to get into, easy to explain, and if you just want to play a fast game, sometimes you just want to play a game that you don't have to think
use,
a lot about.
Yeah, your whole brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you just want to play.
Yep.
Just play a game. You don't want to demolish someone.
Yeah.
There's games like that. And so yes, Sushi Go is my number 41.
Nice, good pick.
Yes. So thank you for watching this video.
Yeah, if you're still here, you're a legend.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing our passion.
Yes.
And I hope we could have given you some insights on some of the games. And we hope to make more videos of this, of course.
Yes, watch out for the next one, which will be the number 40.
Yeah,
to
40 to 39.
My math let me down there.
I said 40 to 39. Yeah.
We are nervous, but we'll see you in the next one.
All right.
Bye.
Cheers.